You know, in the world of sports rivalries, they don't get much hotter than the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in their latest showdown, it wasn't just about a win or a loss. Oh no. It was about two calls that could literally change the course of an entire season. And that's Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, right after the game. And his words, well, they cut right to the heart of the frustration, the confusion, everything that followed a really tough 27-22 loss to their biggest rivals. Okay, so let's just get right into it. To really get what happened in this game, you have to understand the one single play that just turned everything completely upside down. So picture this. There's less than 3 minutes left on the clock. A playoff spot is basically hanging in the balance. Lamar Jackson drops back, he fires a pass to his tight end, Isaiah Likely, right there in the end zone, and it looks like the game-winning score. And the place goes absolutely crazy. The ref's arms go up, touchdown, Coach Harbaugh throws his hands up in victory, Lamar's celebrating with his teammates. For just a second, it really looks like the Ravens have pulled off this unbelievable comeback. But then, everything just stops. The play goes to review, and what seemed so crystal clear a moment ago suddenly becomes this huge debate. What on earth happened? All right, to understand why they reversed the call, we have to go deep into the weeds on one of the most confusing, notoriously complex rules in all of sports. It's a rule that's made players, coaches, and you and me just pull our hair out for years. The NFL catch rule. Okay, so the NFL tries to simplify it into 3 parts. You've got to have control of the ball, check. You've got to get 2 feet down in bounds, check. And then, and this is always the tricky part, you have to make what they call an act common to the game, a football move, like taking a third step. So here's the thing, it all came down to this tiny detail. The replay officials decided that, yeah, Isaiah Likely had control, and yeah, he got 2 feet down, but the ball was punched out by the defender just before his third foot hit the turf. So that third element, that act common to the game, it never officially happened. No third step means no touchdown. Just, wow. But here's the thing, that frustration that just boiled over after the touchdown was taken away, it had been simmering for a while. It actually started earlier in the fourth quarter with another call that left the Ravens sideline just completely baffled. And this right here really shows you the heart of the problem. A play was first ruled an interception for the Ravens, but after they looked at it again, the officials said the Steelers player had control and was down by contact. Coach Harbaugh's argument? He didn't survive the ground, another key part of the catch rule. You've got 2 totally opposite ways of seeing the exact same play. So after the game, you could just feel it. This wasn't about the technical rulebook anymore. This was raw human emotion. This was personal. I mean, you could see Coach Harbaugh on the sideline, hands on his head, just shouting in pure disbelief after that first call was changed. And he kept arguing about it long after the game was over, totally convinced the refs just got it wrong. And the players, they were just as floored. Lamar Jackson said his frustration was, quote, through the roof. His teammates were absolutely sure it was a touchdown. But then you get this really interesting take from Isaiah Likely himself, you know, the guy in the middle of it all, who basically said, we have to live with what the referees say. It's just this mix of pure anger and resignation. So, why are we talking about all this? Why does it matter so much? Because in the NFL, the line between winning and losing is paper thin, and the fallout from a game like this is immediate, and it's huge. The final score really says it all. A 5-point loss in a game that literally came down to inches and milliseconds. And just look at this. According to ESPN Analytics, that single loss sent the Ravens' playoff chances through the floor. They dropped all the way down to just a 31% chance of making the postseason. For a team with Super Bowl dreams, that is a devastating blow. And to make matters worse, the loss dropped the Ravens to 6-7, a full game behind the Steelers for first place in their division. In a rivalry this fierce, losing that kind of ground is just brutal. So it kind of leaves us with this final thought, doesn't it? We have these rules to try and make the game fair. But when a rule is so complex that a moment of pure joy can be erased by a super slow-mo analysis of a third footstep, well, that's where the game ends and the debate really begins.